Coming up on Profiles in Caring, presented by Equitable Life and Casualty, Enterprise Mentors International gives microcredit loans of $150 to the poorest of the poor around the world, and lives are changed for generations. Profiles in Caring is next.
The following Profiles in Caring is made possible through generous support from Equitable Life and Casualty, committed to caring.
Welcome to Profiles in Caring. I'm Kimberly Perkins. Chances are pretty good that you've taken out a loan sometime in your life. Maybe it's a student loan, a car loan, a loan for your home, or maybe even your business. And chances are also pretty good that those loans are in the many thousands of dollars. Well, we found one nonprofit organization making loans of just $150, and you can't believe what this money can do. Doug Jardine traveled with Enterprise Mentors International to El Salvador, and today shares the miracle of these microcredit loans.
Welcome to El Salvador, a country of about 6 million people, several 100,000 of which live at an incredible poverty level, making $80 a month. They are the target of Enterprise Mentors International and their microcredit loans of about $150 apiece. Over the next half hour, you're about to see what that amount of money can do to not only change a life, but to change a family and, in fact, a community. And we begin right here with piñatas.
Darle mantenimiento a esta propiedad.
I was in charge of all this land. I cultivated it, took care of it for the owner. I was paid $150 a month, and Dad took care of my family of 6. It was very, very difficult, but my dream was to involve my whole family making piñatas.
Francisco always dreamed of having his own business, but he was stuck here, caring for the land of somebody else, being paid about $150 a month to do that, and that's what his family lived on, all 6 of them. As he mentioned, his dream was to make piñatas, but he didn't have the money to buy initial materials. That is the story of so many in developing countries and so many helped by Enterprise Mentors International. In Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, the Philippines, and Peru, EMI extends not a hand out, but a hand up in microcredit loans to make miracles happen in town after town and in family after family. The idea is there, the dream is there, but there is no money to buy initial resources, the materials needed just to get started.
I got to know the people at Enterprise Mentors and talked to them about making piñatas. I used to sell 50 a week, but with the $150 loan from EMI, I was able to buy sufficient material to make more piñatas. Now I sell 250 piñatas a week, and not only in El Salvador, but every 15 days I sent 80 piñatas to sell in New York City.
I wish we could teach people, not just to extend a hand that they may receive a loan, but we wish to help them learn the right principles that will help their families get a better living. Well, good morning and welcome to the office. Every week we have in the staff meeting we invite everybody in the office to speak out to give us a report of their weekly activities. And so they tell us the number of clients they have, the amount of money they have collected.
Week after week, stewardships are reported by EMI's in-country loan officers, many of whom were themselves helped by microcredit loans from Enterprise Mentors. That was exactly the case with Marco Tulio Gonzalez Velasquez.
Hace 7 años que empezamos con el negocio.
7 years ago we started this business, he tells me. We started very small, and we started making product with the idea of selling in a larger area. That, of course, didn't happen in the beginning. We had very little money. We had difficulty because the business would go up and down. We got loans from people with incredibly high rates of interest. And then we were introduced to EMI, and we started to talk to them. And for me, it has been a huge blessing in my life and in my business. We got the very first loan of $150, and that helped us get started. And then we continued the business and buying materials. And the interest was a really low rate. Well, the couple's last loan was for $400. They are well on their way now and may even try to sell their furniture in the United States.
They started with nothing. They had no money to invest. They had only debts. They needed a little bit of money to be invested, $150. And they have been very obedient to follow up on the principles that we taught them in the trainings. So after being taught, they applied everything, and they were able to assign a salary to themselves and then to reinvest all the profits they had.
It is so inspiring how Enterprise Mentors finds and maintains relationships with those who receive the loans. It's no different as we head to a different village and a different family and a loan which saved them. Noe Antonio Conejo makes bread and now supports his family because EMI stepped in with a microcredit loan of $150.
The money that we gave him, he bought the materials. He also bought the gas because he didn't have money for the gas to continue making bread. He invested $375 every day, $367 every day. He sells $10.
Como a mí por mi deficiencia física no en cualquier parte me ofrecen
Because
trabajo.
I don't have an eye, I'm missing an eye. They don't give me a job. And he was completely out of job, out of work, didn't have any money. He's widow, and he's got 5 children. So he couldn't go out, support the family. He needed to take care of the children. So the best has been the blessing of receiving a loan to help you, para ayudarle a tener un ingreso, to help him have an income of $6
A day.
and 70 cents a day.
All 5 children sell bread with their father. They get up every morning at 5 o'clock and are back in time for school.
When Profiles in Caring continues from El Salvador, we will explain further the international presence of Enterprise Mentors International, and you're going to hear additional stories of what these microcredit loans of about $150 are doing to change lives. We'll be back in a minute.